Hi everyone, thanks for joining in. And today we are doing, I just left it yesterday at this stage. So today we will finish our work on the same painting, and we're actually working on part 2 now. And yesterday I received a lot of questions on what pens I'm using here, what color I'm using here. Plus, I was showing them that you can make it like a dream catcher or sun catcher. So people wanted to understand how I can do that. So I'll answer questions. I'll answer to both of that. So this is how a typical dream catcher looks like. You weave through this loop and you add some tassel down bottom. It's actually supposed to be feathers, but if you don't have feathers, you can use these handmade papers and cut it in the shape of feather and make these beads out of handmade paper. In one of the classes that I have planned, I'll be taking up this class as well on how to make these beads, how to add this feather so that you can complete a dream catcher on your own. So if you want, you can complete this as well. I'll just show you here. This looks a little ugly. Let me take that away. Yeah. Okay. So this is how your dream catcher will look like. It's just or the sun catcher that we made. I have cut this A4 sheet of paper of the OHP sheet, and it's circular like this, and I have just hung a golden thread on it. The other side also I added a green stone. So it looks the same from both ends. I will put it under heavy books so that this bend does not remain bent and it opens up and becomes straight like this. The other thing that you can do is you can always add these tassels under this, so this becomes your proper dream catcher or the sun catcher, sorry, and you can hang it. See, check this out. Okay, I'm just showing you against the white fill. So maybe this is how you can complete your work. Just add these tassels in the bottom. So right now what I did was I've only cut this paper and I've added this golden thread so I can hang it to any surface, and on the other side also I've added one stone. But if you want to give it, so this becomes a sun catcher, but if you want to give it a look of this dream catcher, you can go ahead and add these tassels at the bottom, and this is how your overall project after completion will look like. Okay. Okay, so after this, I'm not going to take this session on this glass, this OHP sheet again. So this is the last time that I'm actually showing you. This is the final variation that I have shown in this glass mandala or the OHP mandala that I did. And I'm keeping this aside now, and we'll continue working on our Warli painting exercise. I received a lot of questions. Okay, let me put it back here again in focus. I hope this is nice for you to see. Okay, I'll begin work, and you can always keep on asking me questions. So I received a lot of questions yesterday on what is the pen that I'm using here. So I did answer to a few of you. This is this Uni pen. This is by the brand Uniball, and it's called a Sino pen, and these are available in India also because I started buying them in India. I think you will find these thin pens there, the same brand. It's currently out of focus. Uniball Sino pens. This is 0.07 mm, and I assume that they have stopped making this model and they have started making this model, because this is what I find in the shops here in UAE. I did not check in the Indian stores um, since last 6 months or so, or maybe 1 year or so. But before that, I mean, these white pens are always available. So just go to the shop and ask for these Sino pens, Uniball pens, okay, and they'll give you this pen. So usually, we started taking these pens in 2011. I started buying these when I was still in Pune, and there is a stationery store called Leader Stationery Store at Ond, and then there is one more store called Venus. I think Venus is everybody's favorite in Pune. And hello Archana, how are you? So if you are in Pune, then you definitely know what places to go out. Then I was staying in Pimpla Saudagar, so there was this Lucky Stationery. They also had these white pens, and these are available in market for quite some time, because when I used to take acrylic painting and oil painting classes, we used to sign our canvas with this pen in the end. And I don't encourage people to use pens, but since this is very easy to work with. Hi Neelam, how are you? These are very easy to work with, and some people, especially those who are not trained artists or not trained into painting, but they still want to work around and complete art projects like these. It's always good to have such working pens. These are like quicker tools. So instead of going around the whole thing with brush, you can go around quickly with these kind of pens. Of course, but for the trained artists or for people who love painting, they will know that there is nothing better than painting with brush. Okay, so we'll begin our pattern here. As I was telling that we decided yesterday, there were some issues that I had incurred in this region. I just painted it black. Then this region also I've made little darker so that the shape becomes even, and the overall painting looks neater now. And now I'll work on these Varli elements. For those of you who want to join our Indian folk art classes, these are all certificate classes, because we provide e-learning certificates to all the participants, and you can always ask for any of the Indian folk art. This is a very small exercise from Varli painting that I'm doing here. So this is like a mixed media project. Now we've used textured clay, or just textured paint, that's what they call it. So textured modeling clay I've used here, and I'm working on Varli motif. Hi Manya, how are you? It's so good to see all of you here, and if you have any questions, should keep asking me. I'll reply back to each of you. Now, as I was telling you yesterday, when we make these human figures in Varli, actually this triangle, the set of these two triangles, these are available. I mean, we use these same set of triangles even if we have to make any animal motif or even bird motif for that matter. Bird will be little different, but animals definitely, for the four-legged animals, definitely we use these shapes again. Okay, these inverted triangles. So one is a straight triangle and top is the inverted triangle. This inverted triangle is the torso of the human figure, and this is from waist and below, like the hip region and the skirt of the person, because Varli was again done in these tribal regions in Maharashtra, and the people there would wear these kind of skirts, right? The triangle skirts and the small skirts, the men and women folk both. So in these Varli paintings, we usually show people wearing these skirts only, either men or women. Some men who are work hunters, they will have long arrows and all the other instruments, tools for hunting. Women will be holding hands, dancing around, doing household chores. Typical village life, that's what is depicted in Varli painting. You have some motif like well, houses, trees, all that is there in Varli painting. So when we do that painting exercise, when you join the art course, you will see how we work around those trees. There are different kind of trees that we make in Varli, and different kind of huts that we make in Varli. Then there are certain motifs that we need to know, and we can keep working around, keep playing with the whole canvas. Oh, very good, Manya. Good. I'm so happy that you all are safe, you all are healthy, and you are all attending these sessions. You can of course work you can of course work on these sessions. Now I was thinking I'll quickly show you what I did here for the human figure. I just made two lines here, one line here, one line here, and I added some dots here in the center. Then I made these lines like this crisscross and covered both ends, so this became my body. For the head, again I wanted everything to be identical, so I've taken cap of this pen, any pen, whatever size you want. I thought maybe this will be an ideal size, so I just put it here on my canvas and traced out the outlines so that I get equal sized heads for all. And for legs, again, wherever there is this knee bend, if you see there is a bend here, so this distinguishes the thigh from rest of the leg. So this is the thigh, knee here, and calf portion of the leg. Now if hi Sanam, can you explain again what material? Yeah, no problem. Actually, even if you've joined in, it's okay. When the live session gets over, this video is uploaded on my Facebook page, Yellow Frames Art Studio, this same page. So you can always go back and check what you've missed out. This is the Uniball Sino pen that I keep using here in my project. There you go. So it's by the brand Uniball. Go to the stationery shop stores. I think they also have in India now. I'm sorry. Roller jelly pens by Sakura. Jelly roll pens. So this is another one that you will find online in Amazon. Okay, it's not focusing, right? Jelly roll. Okay, so these are again, so this is by the brand Sakura. Of course, if you've worked with pens, you'll know that this is a very famous brand. And yeah, I think I got it. Yes. So jelly roll pens, and this is 10 mm thick, 0.1 mm thick actually. So this is by the brand Sakura, and this also has white ink, but by far my favorite is this Uniball pen. It has more control, and I've been using it since 8 years now, so I keep working with the same pen. Now, as I was showing you how we make human figures in Varley, I wanted to 1 2 3 4 5 6, so there are 6 figures here, and I wanted to do an alternate man and woman figure. So the only difference that I use here is that the woman will have this bun, and if it's a bun, then she's puts some decoration on the head, and man, the head will stay round. Again, I'll alternate, so this becomes my woman, so I'll again try and add a bun here. This will be man, so just circle. This again is a woman, and I'm adding bun. Usually people do ask me, how do we can't we make different hairstyles? I'm not sure how you can make different hairstyles when we are just using a round head to denote the faces, the faces of the folks, Varley folks. So ideally this is what it's a very simple folk art. You don't need to complicate it. It's just figurative drawing. So this is a man, this is a woman. Everyone wears the same things, and all the elements are same: legs, head, body, torso, hands. Okay, now if I have to show that they are joining hands and standing together, I take hand here, it's little long, and I'll join it with this hand here. You have to aim to the waist of this body. Okay, so here. Like this. So this shows that man and woman both are holding hands together. So from shoulder of one body to waist of other body is how we show the hands. For this hand, since there is no other person standing here, so I'll just draw this, take this hand out and put it on this woman's shoulder or hip. Okay, since she is the starting figure in this painting, she's starting the sequence of all men and women together. So I'll put it here on the on the waist or hip of this figure. And I'll show you how we paint it here. Work with brush because that's more simple to fill spaces. I just wanted to tell you that here I'm not taking a complete white paint. I have mixed little bit of cream color or beige color for this off-white effect, because with this kind of blue it's always pretty the off-white always gives a better contrast. Like, of course you can go with white as well, but white will be very common or very usual combination. Like, it's something that you've seen everywhere, but if you add little bit of beige in this color, then you'll see that the painting really stands out, and the whiteness or the lightness or the contrast that we want in the painting will show more. And for these light colors, we don't leave it at just one coat. We have to come back once it's dry and do another coat. That's the sorrow of working with light colors. First figure is done. I hope you all are enjoying so far. Again, as I keep saying, if you have questions, please come back. Hi Rekha, how are you? We've already started working on this project, and as you see here, maybe, yeah, this is the color that I've taken. It's not white. I've added little bit of beige. Somebody requested, so tomorrow, actually I've received requests from people on what more they want to learn in these live workshops. And since I am not taking my art classes here in Abu Dhabi, I'm just working on my online courses. I do have time, these two, half an hour and 1 hour to spare, so I can come up with whatever live workshops you have in mind, like whatever requests you have in mind. Please drop me a message on this Facebook page. I'll go through it. So for tomorrow, I'm planning to do oil pastel. Most of you will have pastel colors at home, or if you have kids, you will also have wax color at home. But I think even in schools, the teachers usually ask students to get oil pastels because they are better on paper. They are also very easy medium to work with. So I have a request for tomorrow's session. So tomorrow will be session on oil pastel painting. Of course, I'll do a quick landscape, and it will be a 30-minute session. I'll finish my whole session. Hopefully, if I do a small project, I'll probably be able to finish it in one day. So if you have any requests, if you want to learn anything, let me know. And if it takes 30 minutes to 1 hour, I will definitely plan and conduct it for you. For now, we have 30 minutes or little extra time to work on this. I always work with little music in background, otherwise it becomes quite boring for me. Any music, any genre, like I listen to Kishore Kumar, or I also listen to these blues, especially the rock blues, because they, like Eric Clapton, for that, for an instance, Kishore Kumar, I've already mentioned, Lucky Ali. They are most therapeutic um, singers and music composers. So it depends. Sometimes I want very soft and soothing music in my background, and sometimes um, I prefer using very rock music. So I even like Bruno Mars these days. I'm listening to him in constant loop. He's definitely good. Do try him out. And there is no special tip that I would like to give here except for the fact that work with fine brushes. See, I had some extra paint. I'm just loading it off on the canvas. This brush that I'm using is number 2, size 2, and these fine brushes will give you a lot of control, and especially when these figures are so small and you have to work inside the lines. Go with fine brushes always. But the background you saw when I was painting the background yesterday, I used a very thick this brush. This is again from Leader Stationer in Pune. I still have my brushes from Pune. So I use this thick brush, although the canvas is just 10 centimeter big. But for background, I always use these thicker brushes because background, I don't want a lot of color difference, or I don't want to play with so much texture options. So, and I just have to vibe the colors on the canvas. So I take a broad brush. This is just level 1. And I will do one more layer of colors here. First, let me complete the whole thing. And the other reason why I did not choose to do it white and I'm doing it off white is because this modeling paste that I've used, this is also off white in color, and I wanted to maintain the symmetry. There is one more thing that I'll show you in between while my painting is drying. When the environment was better and there was no COVID attack, I ordered my things from China around 4 or 5 months ago from AliExpress. I used to order so many things from them, but now, especially my craft supplies, stencils, and the molding casts, I used to order from China because that was very inexpensive from AliExpress. So I'll show you what I got. A very interesting thing that I got from them. The stencil that I used here, this is again from AliExpress. This is also from them. I'm exploring a few Indian manufacturers also. I've heard that some of them do resell their products here in UAE. I'll check them out when, uh, again, as I said, when everything is back to normal. Hopefully, we're all praying for that. So this is done. This was the male head. It stays normal. I will come back and give one more coat of colors on each of them. Okay, there's one more important tip. When you're working with acrylic paint, always do the second coat when first coat is completely dry. Otherwise, the colors will not be smooth and plain. You've seen some of the work that people submit. The acrylic paint will be very patchy. It's not even, it's not smooth. And they say that they have already done 2 or 3 coats, but they still don't achieve a smooth effect. So that happens when my first layer of color is not dry. Okay, I'll let this dry completely. I'm going to take a break of 2 minutes here with this section, with this work. I'll take a break of 2 minutes. I'm not working on it at all. I'm not painting anything. I'll let everything dry, this whole section dry. Only then I'll come back and do my second coat. So that ensures that I have a smooth finish of my work. These are the small stickers that I was talking about that I ordered from AliExpress. So I got some 50 of these. What you have to do is you just peel them off and place it on your artwork. So yesterday I thought I'll probably do something with, oh my god, these are so tiny. Yep, I've got this one. So yesterday I thought that I'll probably put this on my canvas somewhere, and maybe in any of the sections I'll add this, or I'll not write anything, I'll just put these kind of shapes here. So I'll discuss with you. If just give me your options. I've kept it somewhere. I'm just looking for it in my wrap again. Okay. I'm sorry again. So this is the mold that I got from AliExpress. It's still wrapped, but it gives me very nice border. I fill clay here inside, and then it's like a silicone mold. So I just have to take it out, and that also I could have used on one of the sides here. This is like a silicone stencil for clay work. This is this little box that I have of stickers, and what is this? They call it happy and the like of candy comes the one sweet my childhood, if this English makes any sense. Anyway, so they have here 50 small stickers. Check these. They have 50 of these pretty small ones. So I thought that instead of writing any quotation, I'll go ahead and just add these. I'm still deliberating. I'm not sure if I'll do this. And fill the canvas, like complete the project. They have such pretty options. Oh, and they have a very mini mandala. Wow. Check this one out. 1 second. Check this. This is the mini mandala. And of course this also. So either I can do this, either I can just paste these elements here. These are stickers. Either I just paste them here, or I write the caption together we can. So please let me know in the comment section. What should I do? Shall I add these stickers? So here they've written very minute text sticker. So all of you who are watching online, please let me know your suggestions. Do you think I should add these stickers here and finish my project, or do you think I should add the quotation, the line that I was mentioning, together we can? Because that's how I'm going to complete the project. Okay, again, let's work back on the movement of hands here. As I said, you can always go ahead and use your brush for this painting. For those of you comfortable with brushes, use that. Like normally I would have used a brush here, but now I'm trying to finish my projects faster, so I'm working with pencil. I'm sorry. I keep coughing, but of course um this is not corona. This is normal regular cough. Every time the weather changes and I get down with cough and cold. But of course, this is a very risky time and everyone must get tested. Take care of good Take good care of yourselves. Hi, hi Sia. Thanks a ton for the yeah, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I have one vote for quotation. Yay, so I have another um vote for quotation. Thank you, Deepthi. It's not a quotation. I'm sorry I keep saying quotation, but yeah, words. So this is how I've completed one side of the hands. I'll just rotate my canvas. I find it easy to work like this, like keep rotating and making these hands. And there's just a humble request to all of you who are watching my video live or will watch it later on. Please share your work because I would really love to see your variations. I have very limited imagination and very limited ideas. So I only know that I work with blues and whites. I don't know, for some reason I work a lot with blues. Most of my paintings are blues. So it's very difficult for me to break this one color that I've chosen. But I would like to see more variations. If you can show me more variations um, with the subject, with the color theme, it will also help me grow. So, of course, I think that this is kind of a symbiotic process. And if you are attending and watching these lessons, I'm pretty sure you all have very good artistic minds and you all have worked on beautiful projects on your own. So, it will really help me enrich my experience and help me grow if I see what are the other options that we can create with this same idea. You can, if you don't want to use a stencil here. Hi Soma, thank you so much. Hi Roma Girish. Yippee. Okay, so everyone is up for quotation. Sure. So do share this project in your own versions. I am absolutely okay if you want to copy the exact same thing because, as I said, a lot of people have issues when you go and copy their artwork. But I am an art therapist, and all the exercises that I make or that I create, I usually do it for my students. Of course, some of them are paid because if you are attending my classes, online classes, you have to pay a fee attached to it. But for all the free sessions, all the community services, community sessions that I take, I usually I really encourage people to go back and try this. So if you are not good at choosing color combinations, you can always definitely go and work with the same colors. Use the same blue background and off-white color combination. It's absolutely okay. But just for those of you who are good with painting and who understand colors little better, they can show me what are the other options that we can work with. Okay, and it's a very simple Varley pattern. So again, as I said, I'm keeping all the projects very easy for everyone to finish. And I know there are very complex projects that we can create with Varley. And that's something that we can take up later. Or for those who are attending my online sessions, you've already seen that there are so many things that we can do with Varley. but for those who are just beginners and want to use this time creatively and use this time in a concrete activity, please go ahead and try this project. There is no limitation to what you can do with this. As I've been explaining, Varli is a very simple art form because it is figurative. All the human figures, they are all made of lines and triangles and basic geometric shapes. There is just two option available to make a boy and a girl. Like this is always a boy and this is always a girl. They don't have lot of variations on human figure or even animal figures. Legs also, they will not have so many variations. It's all stick drawing that you will see in some common posters or hoardings. So Varli is all stick drawing. Of course, the motif that needs to be studied here is how they make trees, how they make huts, how they make borders, how they make these circles, how they arrange people. There are different arrangements of people. So how they arrange people, how the hands stay together. So here, if I'm trying to yeah, sorry about the thickness of the pen. I am not sure, but this, I feel that it is more than 0.5 mm. It's definitely, I think it's 10. So I think it will be 1 centimeter something. Yeah, because every single dot that I make, it's 1 centimeter. So it's 10 mm. The pen is the thickest that's available. Yeah, and the issue with these pens is that if you leave it open, if you remove the cap and leave it open, then the ink dries. And one more thing about this pen is that it has a roller. This right here, the head of the pen has that roller ball. So even if it dries, just go around scraping the surface of the canvas, and when the ball on the pen tip rolls, the ink will start to flow again. Okay, so this position, this formation that we've made of folks holding hands together. Then of course there's the very famous circle position that we make, the concentric circles. So there is a technique to create that. And then there are theme based human figures when they are doing different activities. So how do we create a person sitting, standing, walking? How do we differentiate a young man from a old man, a young boy from a young girl? All those little things will form the part of your online course if you take up the online Varli course. But just for fun of it, like if you just want to draw something which is easy, always choose Varli. These are all stick figures. You can always draw this pattern. It's beautiful in its simplest form as well. Okay, my Varli figure is done. I will do top coat of these colors. So I had mixed white and beige together. I'll do one more coat of this, but let's come here and write. I'm not sure if we have very... It will not take a lot of space. Together we can, okay. So I'm just trying to mark out uh, a straight line because I'm not good at making lines. I don't think people usually are good at making lines, straight lines, even with scale. Because I've been making lines all my life and I still can't make a straight line. I have to see, the first line that I drew was not straight. Okay. So I have my... Hi Anupama. Yes, thank you. I really had my doubts on sticker and quotation, but I think mostly I've received votes for quotation. It's not quotation again, it's just the words. So mostly I've received votes for writing down something on this. I use the pencils very gently so that I can erase this later on. And I'm trying to scribble something simply to see how my words will fit. R can be a little different. Maybe I'll write this R together. So this T can be a little artistic, okay. Together. V. Do I need to take this out? This also I can bring it back. I don't need any extra extension. Together V. Together we can or together we stand? Think because can is not beautiful. Can is not a beautiful word. Or shall we write together we stand, because stand has an S and S can be written beautifully, right? So I'll change this can and I'll write stand instead of that. I hope I'm doing the right thing. Or maybe I'm writing stand. If you can give me the same quotation with stand, that's also fine. So together we stand. S. Okay. S. Yeah, so I've decided that I'll probably write "Together We Stand." I've just drawn a rough outline with my pencil. This is a very basic calligraphy. Again, you can use your calligraphy pens, but I'm using my same white pen to complete. It's cursive, mostly cursive. And to write cursive, you actually don't need to attend any calligraphy session. It's the basic thing we learnt in school. The only difference that I have done here is that I have separated out each letter, because in cursive you see these are running letters. They are all connected with each other, but here I think I've separated out. Yes, I have separated out. Hi Sunena. I'm writing G right now. It's the cursive G that we learned in school, in our KG classes. Okay, now it's a big swirl. Now I have a confession to make. I think this "together" is very big, and I don't want the quotes or the words to overpower my painting. So I will again remove the bottom part. Sorry. I'll write these smaller. Together, this word can stay big. The other words, I'm going to make them smaller. And as you can see, I'm not using any special calligraphy, just basic cursive. Draw 2 lines and write your letters in between those lines. And I know for all of you who are good at painting, who are good at arts, Usually you will have good handwritings. Even if you don't, who's asking you to be a judge for it? Just go ahead. Okay, together. I'm sorry. Some swirls. To decorate my font. Oh, and yes, there was a very easy trick that I learned. Together we grow. Well, actually, I wanted to write something related to Corona and our times together. So I wanted to write together we can defeat, or together we stand in these tough times, something like that. Yeah, so I was again telling you that when we started writing these quotes on painting, we used to do a very easy trick. We would just take print out, go to our laptops and open a fancy font and copy how they write. That's also a good way of learning how to write nicely, with all the curves and where to make your letters thick, where to make them thin, where to cast shadows. Just use your Microsoft Word. Okay, here we go. So together is good. This is a little uneven. Need to make it even. And I will not take it here. I am going to erase this thing completely. Together is okay. I'll take a little up. I'm sorry, but as I said, it was just completely taking over the painting. So I'll use the same style of V. W, sorry, W. This needs to be little less bold. And now that Roma has put this together, we grow. That's also crossing my mind. Shall I write that? Because again, G makes a beautiful letter in calligraphy. See, all my judgments, it's okay. Together, V, right? And maybe just here I'm going to write can, because as I said, let's go with small words, right? It's almost like we're coming back to the same thing from where we started. Can will be in different font. Okay, I hope it's a straight line again. No, it's not a straight line. Yeah, it was not a straight line, sorry. Even with scale and every tool, I can't pull it off. Nice. Okay. Can is going to be in block letters. Okay. Or even bigger. Yes, this will be good. So I'm going to write it with my pen now. Why I did this? Because the way I was writing it, it was taking all of my painting. Okay, it was completely overshadowing my work. So if this is the canvas and this is my highlight, I have used these Varley figures just as border, and this is also like a filler that I'm using. So I did not want this filler to take all space on my canvas, because I love this blue color and I want this blue to retain as it is. Okay, so it became important for me to restrict the font that I'm putting on the canvas. That's when I decided that I'm not going to write it all over the canvas. I'm just going to spread it in one section and finish my work there. And now you see we are almost finishing this second project. Only thing remaining after I've completed this font, this writing, is I need to do double lines. Sorry, not double lines, double quote. Hi Nirja. Okay, hi Nirja. I am using these Uniball pens. Sorry. These pens are called Sino pens and they are by the brand Uniball. And they are easily available in stationery stores. I'm not sure how you can get them now, if Amazon is still delivering. But if they are, you can check for these white pens by Uniball, or there is another brand called Sakura. So they also have these white pens. My ink in this pen is not that much. So these are called Jelly Roll. Okay. I was able to set it in focus, but now I'm not able to do it. Yeah, Jelly Roll. Okay. These are the two pens that are easily commercially available in market. You can use either. But again, my input will be that I use these pens only because I have to fast track my projects. Otherwise, acrylic paints are always the best on canvas. There is no replacement to that. But yes, for writing, you can buy this pen. No, I'm not getting a straight A. I thought I'll not use a scale and just do it freehand. Maybe I can still attain what I wanted to. And finally, I'm done. Yeah. Okay. Just a dot. Not sure what are these, but I thought I should add them. so it gives that kind of warli look, you know. I don't know, this looks, does it look like a tribal symbol, something? Okay, checking if I need, no, yeah. So this is how I'm going to complete my project. Ouch, sorry. This is how it's turned out. Let me know what you think about it. Do you want to try this, and do you want to see how it works with you when you're working on a project like this? um, I have just a couple of things left here. I need to, as I said, I need to double coat this part, and oh yeah, together we can, looks nice, right? I think it looks neat. It looks good. I'm happy. Looks cute. I'll just check if this scan, is it straight line, or is my camera in such an angle that it doesn't look straight. Anyways, I'll check that later. So this is the final project. Okay, hope you like it, and once you're done, you can share your comments here. Yes, this is a Sino pen Polyme. Hi Purva. As I said, this is a Sino pen. This right here I did with stencil. This is a texture that I created. This I will complete with my pens. As you see, I've tried to match my color with this off-white modeling paste. I've mixed white with little bit of beige to get this color. Here I've used white pen, sharp and straight. So this is the final project that we have. It's a very small canvas. It's a 10 by 10 canvas, 10 centimeter by 10 centimeter. And let me show you. I'm going to take it to my art wall. Oh, but I forgot that one. I was recording my session. Okay. See how this looks on the art wall. It looks pretty neat. Yep. Or maybe I can put it up there later. So this is what it is. And I'm done with this project now. So please share your comments, share your reviews on this, and do let me know how this turns out when you are drawing it. I absolutely don't mind if you copy the same design. If you don't have a stencil, just take a screenshot of this screen and paint it with white. It's not going to be very difficult. Just paint it white, write something here, use Warli elements, use whatever you want. So just wanted to highlight, I've alternated, I've done this alternate arrangement of man and woman, woman, man, woman, man, woman, man. So the woman in Warli figure will have a bun and some decoration. Man will always be plain round heads. Other things I've already explained in the video before, so you can check that. And with this, we call it a day. It was so nice to have all of you, so nice to get feedback from all of you. I hope you try something and share it with us. Thank you so much. Hi Purva. Wow, thank you. Thank you for the compliment. Maybe you can also make one now, now that you got the idea. Okay. Bye everyone. Thank you so much for being with me. We'll again meet tomorrow, or tomorrow is Sunday, so we'll again meet on Monday, 3 p.m. Bye. Yeah, and we are doing oil pastels on Monday. Bye. Hi Rekha. Thank you. Thank you. Bye.